What is going on, guys? It is Fortis here, and today we are here to discuss the new TNG arc part 2, where we have a whole new host of content. Let's go! I'll be discussing new officers, new events, improved armadas, new buffs, the battle pass, and questions from you put to the developers. Okay, so right off the bat we have two new officers. That's right, we have Wesley Crusher, and drumroll please, the one, the only, Captain Picard. Oh yeah, I'm so excited about this. Alright, let's move on to Wesley Crusher first. So Wesley Crusher is a rare officer, rare denoting the cost price in actuality. I'll get to this in a bit, but he is very similar to Beverly Crusher. So as he is a rare officer, and we all know what that means, but for those who don't know, in STFC he will be sourced through the free and elite battle pass. Now you'll be able to fully unlock Wesley Crusher in an away teams event. Now theoretically this is a free event, but for those who wish to pay, will do better in this event. So kind of sorry free players, but the good news is I guess that he's only 18 shards. But it does kind of suck that the average grinder will not be able to get Wesley Crusher this time around. Alright, so Wesley Crusher's main ability is when the bow breaks, and when fighting armadas / hostiles, you'll be able to increase the weapon damage by X percentage of the crew attack. His secondary ability, Traveler's Scon, increases his own stats by X percentage. Base value is 100%, but this can increase to 50%. Now, you probably haven't heard the word scon in a long time, but what the developers are referring to here is the fact that Wesley has ascended to a higher plane of existence, and I'm really using air quotes here, and his importance on the storyline is essentially diminished. Essentially, he's a meme. Okay, right, next let's move on to Picard. Monsieur Picard. And you're probably frantically thinking, how do I get him? Well, Picard shards will be available through the free and elite battle pass, a special Picard event, and a Picard recruit solo leaderboard. Essentially won't be able to unlock him for free, so keep this in mind when participating. So, Picard's main ability is Make It So, and his ability increases the effectiveness of combat-related officer abilities by X percentage, okay? So the base value will be 10%, but this can go up to 50%. So his second ability is Engage, which increases the critical damage when fighting hostiles by X percentage. This ability can go up to 25%, which isn't too bad. All in all, these are some great abilities, and anyone lucky enough to have Picard will find him to be a pretty powerful officer when leveled up. Alright, let's move on to new events for this arc. So we have a Who's That Officer event, kind of similar to Trivia. We have a shiny new PvP event, and an Officer Exchange event. Now we've also been told there will be a Parabellum event and an ISS Jellyfish event, so stay tuned for those. Alright, so for those interested in armadas, this is for you. From what I understand, this applies to those level 40 plus armadas, and they will have uncommons, rares and epics, but these will finally be coming to Dark Space. And if that wasn't enough, the Armada Control Center will be able to level past level 39. So this is something the players have been asking for quite some time, but the developers have only now gotten around to it. So this means that there will finally be a 7th slot for level 50 armadas. And that's not everything though. For this arc, we'll also be getting faster spawn rates for all our armadas. People have been asking about this for ages, and it's finally here. Faster spawn rates. Also, we have something new and interesting for armadas. We have the new G4 epic reward packs for the Enterprise A, the Hector, and the Tribune, level 40 plus. So essentially, it'll be the same currency, but you won't be able to see those packs if you are below level 40. So keep that in mind. You might want to save that currency. So next we have new buffs and projectiles coming to STFC. The Epic Refractive Beam projectile, when equipped, will increase the base value accuracy by 20%. So this will essentially be sourced through the solo leaderboard. Then we have the Positron Phaser projectile, So when this one is equipped, it increases the base value damage by 10%. This will only be sourced through the store, and it will not be available for free. And then lastly, we have the Plasma Beam Projectile. This does not have any buffs, but it will be available through the Elite Battle Pass, so keep that in mind. Okay, next we have Battle Pass rewards. You'll have your standard 20-day Battle Pass milestone, both free and elite tracks with multiple uncommons, and lots of resources as always. You'll also be receiving away mission speed-up tokens, and personally I'm not a fan of that, but I'm sure one of you guys will be impressed. So in the past, free players have only ever received a frame or an avatar in the Battle Pass, in the free Battle Pass I should say. So this time around, free players will be receiving an additional prize, which the developers have chosen to include, so stay tuned for that. And in addition to all of this, there will be a special week dedicated to both free and paying players where you'll receive special prizes. Oh yeah, can't wait for that. All right, let's move on to our final topic now, questions put to the developer. So in our latest feedback session, we discussed a lot of things. Firstly, we talked about the fact that in the last arc, there weren't really any ways to get ship skins, Enterprise D shards, or any really previous currencies used. If you look at the inventory, if you look at your inventory right now, I bet there are a ton of unused currencies just laying about, doing nothing. Second, we have the fact that there are very few ship cosmetics floating around in STFC, but realistically, there are no ways to get them. We've asked the developers to look back at this issue, and apparently they are working on something for the summer, so stay tuned for that. Third, during the last arc, there were very few ways to get TNG officers after they'd been released. So Data, Geordi, all these other officers, they are not in the Ultra Recruit packs, and they're not really in the Federation packs, unless you're spending, unless you're buying packs which are hundreds each month, then you probably won't have these officers. This is something we've taken back to the developers, and they will be thinking about including previous officers in these packs. And fourth, we asked about some of the most popular events in the game, and as I've mentioned, Parabellum and Jellyfish Brawl will be happening this month. And fifth, one of the last things we asked for was to really utilize the new and the old officers and to really kind of place them in specific Ultra Recruit token chests. So for example, getting all those new Discovery officers in the Discovery chest, all those TNG officers in a maybe TNG chest, and all those Augment officers in an Augment chest, etc., etc. So we'll see what they do. So that is it for now, and I hope you really enjoyed this preview of patch 31, or as we say, part 2 of the TNG arc. Stay safe out there, and remember that we are always here to talk if you ever you guys need to. All right, see you guys.